back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. It's your boy Black Adam. I'm glad you guys tuned in. As you can see, this has been a great month. You know what I'm saying? Last week we had a great fight with the Canelo fight. I know it was the Mexicans against the Americans, but Crawford won it, which was a great fight. But I believe it's going to be a part 2. But it was an awesome fight. Shout out to everybody that went to Vegas. I wasn't out there. I was in Houston. Shout out to Spa Latina. We was at the event. Shout out to Yvonne. That was a great event. She said she's going to take it bi-coastal, so you're going to see her probably in Miami or New York. Shout out to you, Yvonne, for doing that, Spa Latina. Shout out to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages, also Call Audio. Thank you guys for sponsoring the show. If you guys want to sponsor the show, make sure you highlight your boy. And as you can see, normally I don't have this ensemble on, but I got to represent for this month for the Hispanic. Shout out to the Hispanic Heritage Month. That's why I got the Mexican flag on right here in the Puerto Rican hat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I got the music in the background playing for my Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? The Desperado.
That's a good one. That's a good song.
Yeah. What you know?
I know exactly what song that is.
So you do?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just know the tune. I don't know the name.
Let's just call it the Desperado theme.
Right.
Everybody knows that song. That song reminds everybody of Desperado.
Absolutely. If you've seen Desperado, that's for the older people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the voice that you hear in the background, this is my today's guest, man. Look, I want to do a quick background because before she came on the show, we had a great interaction at the Spa Latina event, and it was synergy when we first met. And I say, you know what? This sister has great energy. She's from L.A. She has a podcast in L.A. with her sister. Shout out to that. And I just had to have her on the show. Since she's here in Houston, shout out to Houston. What's good, Houston? You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Houston? Every time I come to Houston, it is always good vibes, good energy. The people here are different than L.A. I'm not going to lie. I feel like people from Houston are a lot more welcoming. And I don't know. It's definitely a different vibe that I like.
Well,
I like it.
L.A. Well, I ain't say it's similar because L.A. is most. I want to say, I love L.A. first and foremost.
Oh, me too.
I love L.A.
Definitely love L.A.
But L.A. to me is more pretentious. It's what you have, who you are.
It could be like that. I feel like it definitely could give off that vibe, especially for people that are like on the outside looking in. But see, I'm born and raised in California.
Okay.
Like I'm a Cali girl. Born and raised. So it's so different when you meet somebody from LA that's from there.
Right.
Not like moved there from Kansas or, like a small town. When you actually meet like an Angelina like me, you're like, you are cool people because it's our home. So that we don't really got to be pretentious because we're like, this is home. I know the freeways. I know the back streets. I know the culture, So I think people get really refreshed when they meet someone that's born and raised there, and I hope I'm that breath of fresh air for people when they actually meet somebody from Cali, from LA.
I'll tell you what, next time I come to LA, I'm straight calling you because the 405 is insane. It's traffic everywhere. 101 is insane. I need the back roads. I need to go through.
Yes, you need to know back streets
Right.
when you're in LA. And so Houston traffic isn't bad?
Oh, it's horrible.
Okay.
But on the weekend, it's different. No, let's say this. On a Saturday, during the daytime, it's bad. But like throughout the day, it's easy. But during the week, it's horrible. It's retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
It's filthy.
I feel like all big cities have insane traffic because I feel a lot of people talk about the traffic in LA. I mean, I guess it is. It's bad. But yeah, when you know back streets, you're dipping on the back streets.
And look, I didn't even get a chance to introduce you, Roxy. God damn. So this is my
Come
girl,
on, boy.
Roxy.
What's wrong with you?
God damn. We did jumped into the conversation, but this is my girl, Roxy. You just heard her on the radio in L.A., but she's here in Houston with your boy, DJ KO, Black Adam. Glad you guys tuned in. Roxy, what's good, baby?
What's up, man? So I'm actually here in Houston. I leave today.
Okay.
I jump on a flight in about 5 hours. And I literally flew in for the Spoiler Latina event, and I co-hosted the event with her. So I've known Yvonne for some years now,
Okay.
and I was actually at her first event, her first Spoiler Latina event, came back a few times, and then when she invited me to co-host with her, her 10-year anniversary, I was like, girl, it's been a decade. We need to celebrate. So, yeah, I flew down to celebrate that milestone with her. And yeah, when you invited me to come on the podcast, I was like, let's do it. I host a podcast myself with
Yeah.
my sister, so it feels good to be like on the person being interviewed. You know?
Yes. So let me ask you this. I want to ask you, because I have a couple of questions for you, especially, the Culturally Distinct is a platform not just for our culture. When I say our culture, black.
Yeah.
It's a culture for every culture, and every culture has a distinction within it, right? Mm-hmm. And what I thought was so cool and so dynamic is when I said, you know what, I wanted to have Roxy on. She's a El Salvadorian woman
Yes.
of Hispanic descent. I was like, that'd be dope to have that conversation, right?
Yeah.
So before I get to the messy topics and the terms, I want to talk about having the black and brown individuals mixed together and like incorporating. Do we need to do this more?
Yes. I listen, I feel, and I always say this, that if black and brown people united, like really united, we would be so unstoppable. Because I just feel like we live in a world, specifically the United States of America, that thrives on like separation.
Yeah.
And trying to paint people to be more different than similar. But yeah, I feel like, and that's what I love about Houston is I was actually literally just sharing this with my friends while we were at brunch, that I feel that Houston is that melting pot. I feel like you see a lot more
It is.
bicultural, biracial relationships here. You see a lot of mixed kids. I mean, my daughter is mixed, right? She's half black, half Salvadorian like me. And I think that mix and blend is so beautiful because I think the black culture is so rich.
Yeah.
And I think that the Latino culture is so rich.
Absolutely.
And it's just a beautiful thing. I am very pro black and brown. Like I am down with my black and brown people before I'm down with anybody else.
That's right.
And anybody that knows me knows that about me. I go hard for my people of color because we need more representation and people that are not afraid to speak out. But we also need more people that are not afraid to like be successful and reach certain heights of success so we can back up what we talk.
Yeah.
And like, what is that lyric? Who says that? Is it Missy? I talk a lot of shit because I can back it up. Is it Missy?
I think so.
Who sings that song? I think it's
Is it
Missy.
Trina? Missy's?
I don't know, but
it's one of them.
yeah, like I love the black and brown blend.
Yeah, blend.
It's so beautiful to me.
So I want to ask you this: how did you even get started, like in the telecommunications, like realm, like the podcasting, the radio? Because one, you have a personality, right?
Yeah, I do.
Everybody, like just in general, everybody doesn't have a personality where they could just talk to people, right? You have when we first met, we were sitting down eating, I think, arroz con gandules.
Arroz con gandules.
Right.
That Dominican food, whoever that vendor was at Spoil Latina, I was like, they had arroz con gandules, they had empanadas, they had like some chicken. It was bomb,
It was
right?
good. Yeah, it was good.
And I literally was on my phone recording a story for Snapchat, and it was you and your buddy.
Yep.
And then I something about me is I've always had a big personality. And so it's kind of doesn't surprise me that I fell into the industry that I fell into, which is radio.
Yeah.
And I became a radio personality because I am a personality. And I've always been like that since I was a little girl. Like I love people. I really love people. And I love talking to strangers. And I feel like everybody has a story. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a story. Mm-hmm. And damn, we got guests?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyways, and so yeah, I started back in radio straight out of high school. Mm-hmm. I got into radio straight out of high school, started with the internship at a LA radio station. And I started as an intern in the production department.
Okay.
And I always tell people this, if you want to get into any industry, start off as an intern.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're young, especially when you're trying to learn from the pros and the experts. I feel like so many people forget that internships, you get college credit for internships. But there's people that want to get paid for their internships. But I got an internship when I was getting college credit. And I remember I would be in the production department, and I always, after I was done with my work in the production department, I would always make my way over to like the on-air studios. And I always would like peek my head.
Snuck over there?
I would sneak over there because
okay.
like they would always tell us like to stay away from that area, And I was like, I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to like observe these people on the air and like being animated and like talking and, like saying the radio station name. And I would just look and I would be like, wow, like these people get paid
Yeah.
to hype people up on the airwaves and to give away family 4-packs of Disneyland and to like just bring joy to other people's life every day through a microphone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I just couldn't believe, as you know, because I'm 19, so I'm still trying to define what I was, but I couldn't, I was like, I could see myself doing that.
Yeah.
Because I never want to feel like I'm working. I always want to feel like I'm having fun, because fun is really just a part of who I am.
Right.
I love to have fun in this lifetime because life is short.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to have fun in this lifetime. No matter where I'm at and no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to have fun. And so, yeah, I started with the internship, and then I got offered an opportunity to be on air in Palm Springs.
Okay.
Went to Palm Springs. After that, I went to Chicago. I was doing radio at a Mexican regional radio station in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I came back to LA in 2005, and I was 23, and I got my first contract. I was 23 years old, signing a 3-year
Wow.
contract on LA radio.
Wow.
I don't know what the fuck I was signing. I just said, give me this 12-page contract, and I just saw my pay, and I was like, every year my pay goes up. It's so crazy when you're young. Sometimes you sign documents that you're like, bro,
What's lessons learned? Though?
what was that? But I didn't care. I lived at that radio station. I wanted to build a name, and that's what I did.
So I want to ask you about that, because a lot of people behind camera know what goes on, but people that are watching you and seeing you, they don't know what goes on, like in terms of the preparation, in terms of how a radio format is even taking place, the board, all that stuff. So
The millions of buttons in front of
Yes.
you, you're not just like looking cute sitting there and talking. No, you're like actually kind of like part-time engineer in a way.
Correct. So I want to ask you that, because a lot of people, they see you and they see your personality, they see you hosting, they see you podcasting, they see you on the radio, they see you out talking, just being, a community person, right? But they don't know like the structure and the discipline that comes behind that. So could you kind of talk about the discipline that goes in? Because radio, most of you guys, especially if you're doing a morning show, you got to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning, man.
Oh my God, I did morning radio in LA. I've done every shift. I've done nights. I actually started off doing nights, 7 to midnight. I was Roxy the night chick. But yeah, like in the discipline, the show prep. I mean, I would get to the radio station about 2.5 hours before my show started. I would see like what was trending, what were the current events. I always felt like I needed to be in the know of and I'm still like that. I like to know what is going on in my community, what is going on in the world. Because you can't live under a rock if you're going to be a radio personality broadcasting information out to people. Like people kind of sort of want to look at you as an expert, So yeah, a lot of preparation, I would use conversations that I would have, because as you notice, it's not hard for me to talk to a stranger.
Absolutely.
So I would, whether I was out at an event or at a dinner or whatever I was doing, I always use real life things, and I call it show prep.
Okay.
At the end of the day, if I'm having a conversation with somebody and if I'm having a moment where like, oh my God, I would be like, I could talk about this on my radio show. I would never burn people, but everything and every interaction for me was show prep for my show. And yeah, it's a lot, like being on the air, it's fun, but there's a lot of technicalities behind it.
Right.
If I hit the wrong button, it could mess up my whole show. If I didn't pay attention to the clock, I could throw commercials like way too late when certain advertisers are paying to be on at a certain time. Certain advertisers pay thousands of dollars to be on in the morning and in the afternoon, because morning and afternoon drives are the most important slots at a radio station.
Okay.
Because that's when people are going to work, and afternoon people are coming from work.
Yeah.
So the entertainment on the radio has to be on point, right? So the most popular radio DJs that you'll hear are in the morning or in the afternoon.
Correct.
Because people got to be entertained.
Right. Absolutely. So let me ask you this. I know you talked about hot topics, news, things that's going on. I want to ask you this. Now, it's been conspiracies. Everybody been saying the Charlie Kirk situation, right?
Listen, I believe in conspiracies.
So
listen, are they really conspiracies or is it the truth?
Well, we don't know, because all right. So the Charlie Kirk situation, unfortunately, Charlie Kirk passed. We don't want to see nobody, die. He had two kids and a wife. But it has so many conspiracies going on.
I already have my beliefs about that. I believe it's his own people that took him out, because he started running his mouth about, well, not really running his mouth. I feel like he started to kind of wake up to like, I remember one of his last interviews that he did, or one of his last podcast conference, because he had a podcast.
Yeah.
I think it was like the Charlie Kirk show.
Yeah.
And it was a daily radio show.
Yep.
And I think one of the last 2-3 days before he was assassinated, because that was an assassination.
Absolutely.
That
absolutely.
was, I mean, wow. That was like a modern day assassination.
Yeah.
Like, it was so precise. It was too calculated, and nobody else got injured. I've been going down a rabbit hole when it comes to this man's death. And I don't celebrate nobody's death.
Right.
Nobody deserves to go out. I could definitely agree to disagree when it comes to a lot of different things. And I feel like we live in a very sensitive age that if you don't agree with what somebody says, like, you could get canceled. And I always tell people, cancel me.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't work for anybody.
Right.
I am my own boss, and I'm going to say what I want to say. But I'm also not going to wish death upon people.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
come on. I feel that I think one of his last interviews, he was saying that he believes the DOJ, the Department of Justice, should release all the Epstein files. He said every single one of them, because what they're doing is they're using these files to blackmail people. And so if him and our president are buddies, and our president is trying to block those files from coming out, and you got one of your, I mean, they were like this.
Yeah.
It's from what I know that they were like this, and you got one of your people saying, I believe all them. Like, that's kind of, you're betraying your friend in a way, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like they started to see him as a threat, and I feel like his own people took him out.
Yeah, I feel that
it was too calculated.
It was powerful.
But you know what I heard? That now they're gonna start doing college tours with Ben Shapiro. You know who Ben Shapiro is? They're going to start doing college tours with him because he totally aligns with the president. And I just feel like we're living in a space where, like, anybody that says anything against that man, the president, is like, they want to get rid of you. They want to, and it's like, that shit is scary.
They want to silence you.
They want to silence you.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's like freedom of speech it's not really freedom of speech. It's you could speak, but you can't speak on that.
Hey, what are your thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
So it's a lot of conspiracies that's coming out that talk about, the gunman and everything like that. But I knew that he was too powerful.
Do you really think it was that little 22-year-old boy?
No.
I think that's an implant, and I think they're just telling us. First of all, let me tell you something. I don't believe traditional American media. I believe so much of the stuff that they tell us on traditional media is so manipulated.
Absolutely.
It's so controlled by the elites and big pharma that but you know what's so, especially Latino media, let me tell you something about Latinos, the older generation, they will actually believe Telemundo and Univision when they're like, esta noche, like they make the teasers so dramatic and so scary and fearful that, like, the older generations of grandma and grandpas and parents, they believe it. They believe every disease, and it's, the media is all they do is create panic, chaos, and fear.
And
division.
And
division. And so sometimes you got to turn that garbage off and listen to a podcast or watch a podcast better.
Yeah, that's right. Watch your podcast, watch our podcast. That's how we do it. But to go back to my opinion about the Charlie Kirk thing, you have so many opinions, right, about it. And people forget that AI is a thing. AI is implemented into a lot of people's systems, so the media could broadcast something and they can loop something that has nothing to do with anything, but it was generated by AI. That's one. Two.
Okay.
Two.
Wait, are you insinuating that you think that shot was AI?
Yeah, I think.
Wait, so hold on. You don't think he got shot?
No, I think he got shot, but I don't think he got shot by the gunman 200 yards away. I think the shot was up close. I think the person that shot him, or whatever shot him, was behind him.
But no, you could tell that he was impacted from in the front.
It had to be somebody was close call, because the thing is, the guy that they portraying that shot him, they said that they found a gun in the woods. But the video, they didn't see the guy throw a gun. They just seen the guy jump off the building and run. But they seen that same guy apparently walk to the same place limping.
And they're saying that supposedly he had the gun on him.
So how did the gun get in the woods? And the same gun and the same person that they surveillance that walked in the building is a different person that they arrested.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, the media just feeds you so much, and
It's
then
so much, yeah.
now they're saying that he had like transgender things written on the bullet casings, and now they're saying that this guy was living with the transgender partner. Like it's just crazy.
I don't
like,
believe none of that stuff.
Me either. And at the end of the day, let like how does it affect me that you're transgender or that you're gay? Like,
Right.
do live your life, boo. Do you? As long as you don't try to come impose your beliefs on me. I don't know any person. I remember on our podcast, we interviewed Carmen Carrera.
Okay.
You should get her on your podcast. She is one of the most, I want to say, not one of, I think she's the most beautiful transgender woman. She transitioned from a male to a female. But she is what you call a passable transgender woman. You would see her on the streets and you would never think she was a woman. Like she was a man before. I mean, her body is banging, her butt is banging. I always remind her, like, so we brought her on the podcast, me and my sister. And when she left, it was, first of all, it was like such a beautiful interview.
Okay.
She's super feminine. Like I told my sister, sis, Carmen Carrera is more feminine than you and me together. She was so like soft spoken and she talked like this and she was so dainty with her nails. Like she was so feminine. And you know, I know men love that, like the femininity and like this and like that. And like she just has a phenomenal story. She ain't out there hurting people.
Correct.
She's just living her life and she's speaking her truth and she's open about it. And you know, she said that when she dates men, like she reveals like hey, I just want to let you know, like I'm transgender. And she said a lot of times men are like, you know, I'm not down with that or whatever. But when I don't see how she's harming the society.
Yeah.
I don't
but that's
know.
propaganda. You know, most of that stuff is hate, and
for
then
sure.
you have a certain group that is this
Christian nationalists are extreme.
All that craziness. Yeah. So I want to ask you this about because while you was talking about that, I know that, and a lot of people have these questions, especially in the black community, right?
Ooh, I want to know what
about the Latino community.
Okay.
So when it comes to elections, right? Because it was a big thing in the media about Latinas for Trump.
Not me.
Right. Not me. But I'm saying
there's a lot of blacks for Trump too.
Absolutely.
I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
So I want to ask you that because now you got to clarify this now. I don't know. On the census, a lot of Latinos consider themselves as white.
What? Not.
Yes. So I'm not saying that but a lot of Latinos consider themselves as white. So when it comes to the election process, when they go to the ballot, they say what nationality or what is that? Not nationality.
Yeah. What's your what nationality are you?
Yeah. And they say white, right? So
I will never put white on my when people ask me my nationality. It says Latin or Hispanic.
Right.
And I mark that all the time because I am proud to be a Latina.
Good. Okay.
I'm so proud to be a Latina. I mean, I know that we come from European descent.
Yeah.
But honey, I am Latina and I am so proud to be Latina. And if I would die and be born again, I would want to be Latina. I feel like we're such a passionate, rich culture. Our parents raised us with so much love.
Okay.
Well, you know, my parents did. I know that's not everybody's story. And no matter what race you are, unfortunately, some people are not raised with love, right? Yeah. But I know in my household, I was raised with 2 loving parents. And I never once doubted that I was loved. Good. Because my home was filled with just so much love and good food and just good memories, you know? So, yeah, I've never put that on white. I mean, like I said, we have Spanish descent, but no, I'm not white.
I thank you for clarifying that because I just wanted to clarify that for some people because I didn't know. Because I don't know. I'm not at the ballot. I don't know who votes what, but according to the media, they say that majority of this race consider themselves as this in terms of politics. Anyway,
man, to anybody that does that, you got to be proud of who you are and where you come from.
Yeah,
I'm proud of being Latina, Hispanic, whatever. I'm so proud. And like, if you're black, be proud to be black. If you're white, be proud. I mean, at the end of the day, it is about being proud of where you're from and where you come from. But at the end of the day, can we just start celebrating like humanity more?
Absolutely.
Because like sometimes people ask me, I've had people, what are you? And I'm like, I know what they're asking, like what my nationality is. And I'm like, I'm human. And then they're like, no, but like, what are you? And I'm like, no, I know what you're asking me, but why is that important?
Right.
Like, I'm human. Can we have just like a human conversation? You know?
They want to accept you. They want to accept you into their, I guess their what is that? When you have a club, into that club.
I don't know, man. But it's kind of like when people ask you the same question of like, what do you do? That
That's a weird
question, I
question.
feel
It
like
is a weird
people
question, right?
size you up. Like they want to know what you do.
How much
so
money you made?
I don't know about how much money you make, but they want to know what you do to see if it's convenient for them.
Yes.
To like, maybe it's going to determine how they act with you if they find out what you do, right? And like, thankfully for me, I really surround myself with people that they don't give a damn what I do
Right.
or who I know. They rock with me because of me.
Yeah, that's
And I
dope.
feel like more people should start really analyzing what type of friendships that you have and what type of friendships you got to get rid of, because I don't have anybody in my circle that uses me for anything.
Yeah.
They love me for me. They love my energy. They love, you know, my relationship with them, and that's why we're friends. And you know, I like friends that hold you accountable as well.
Yeah.
Accountability partners.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, just being, don't be afraid to fire your friends. Sometimes you got to get new friends. The older you get, you realize like this circle does nothing for me anymore.
Yeah, it gets smaller.
And we had an entire podcast episode on like firing your friends and getting new friendships. Because, you know, sometimes you get older and you realize like me and this person ain't on the same page anymore.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what are the biggest misconceptions people have about you, especially now? Because the old you, of course, you know, the old you, they say, okay, yeah, I know Roxy, X, Y, and Z. Now, fast forward so many years, what do they conceive who you are at this point? The biggest misconception.
I feel like that's a really good question. I feel like a misconception people may have about me is that I'm conceited. Sometimes I've been told that like I'm conceited or I'm intimidating. And I think that's hilarious because it's so far from who I am. But I think it's my confidence that I carry around when I walk or when I'm in a building or when I'm, you know, at an event or at dinner or wherever I may walk in. I'm a very confident woman, but there's a difference between being confident and being conceited.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I think that's a misconception because I've been told like, wow, I really thought you were like intimidating until I met you in person, or I really thought you were conceited until I met you in person and you were just like the coolest, you know? So I think that's a misconception. I think another misconception that people may have is that that all I ever do is have fun, because I do have a lot of fun in
So
everything that
serious?
I do, but like I definitely have like a businesswoman side to me, and I definitely know how to like bring it together when it comes to like handling business.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a business meeting or a call or, you know, meeting with my team. Like I really love business. I'm a really good businesswoman.
Okay.
And I love it. And I have a very serious side to me, like when I am doing business with somebody.
Okay.
So I think that may be a misconception that some people may have, is like I'm always like I'm never serious,
Right.
Because I'm fun. I like
you
to
a
have
Gemini?
fun. No, I'm a Cancer.
Cancer. Okay. You
My
Gemini.
daughter's a Gemini.
Ah, okay.
But I'm a Cancer, and I'm very childlike in a lot of ways, which I think all humans should be that way. But yeah, I do have a side of me that handles business.
Okay.
Even though I'm playful and joyful and happy.
So you're not married, are you?
No, I'm not married.
So are you dating?
I am dating.
Dating. Okay. So guys want to know, because one of my guys, he asked me, he knows who you are. I told him that, you know, I'm gonna be interviewing you, and he was like, I want you to ask her this.
Oh Lord.
And I'm not gonna make specifics, but I'm gonna keep it vague. All right?
Okay.
All right. Keep it vague. What type of men do you prefer to date? Like, is it a certain, like, 'cause I know all women have non-negotiables. They have the list, you know, they have what I'm not going to accept, what I'm going to accept, or this person has to do X, Y, and Z. What is Roxy's non-negotiables, and what does she prefer in terms of dating?
That's a great question. So it's so funny because this is a good, fun question. So, you know, I feel like you do gotta make your own list as a woman. Do men make lists?
We don't.
You don't?
No, we just want two things:
What?
sex and head, and feed us.
That's it?
That's it. We basic. Give us sex and feed us. That's all. And respect us. That's
And
it.
respect us.
That's it. We don't want nothing else. Keep our belly full, our balls empty, and respect us. We gonna give you the world.
Really?
Yes. Well, at least in the black community.
So you speak for all black men?
I'm gonna speak it for all black
Or all men? Do all men think the same way?
All men. Most. I know black men for sure. Keep your belly fed. Y'all can agree in the chat.
Please, I want to see how many men agree with that.
Keep your balls empty. Absolutely, at all times.
That one I believe.
And respect me at all costs. In my presence, outside of my presence, respect me at all times.
Are men really that simple? Because women need to know this.
Super simple.
I do feel like men are that simple. The more I get to know men. So for me, non-negotiables are a man a lazy man. I cannot mess with a lazy man. I do not, because I'm not lazy. Mm-hmm. I'm very ambitious, but I love a man that is a leader.
Okay.
Because I feel like men have this misconception that women who are independent are always want to be in their boss, role. Right? Because like, for example, me, like I'm the CEO of my companies. So a lot of times with my team, I have to be in that role of like meetings and calling shots and assigning different things to different people. But when I'm in a relationship with the man, I don't want to be in the boss role. I want to be like, baby, take the lead. Like lead us, So I love when a man is a leader. I don't like when a man is lazy. I love a man that don't play. Don't play games with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
say what you mean and mean what you say.
Say what you mean what you say. Show me. I don't really believe in like when a man just talks too much. I'm like, show me.
Show me.
I feel like a lot of women want to be shown.
Okay.
Like, and a man that loves hard like me. I want a man that like really.
You want him soft? You want your man soft?
I want a man that so loving a woman hard makes a man soft.
No, it doesn't. Well, define.
Like
hard.
I want a man that don't play about me.
Okay, that's fair.
That's just like, this is my queen. Like she's solid, and I'm 10 toes down with this woman.
That makes sense.
Because if I'm gonna be like that, I want you to be like that with me. Like don't play with me.
Yeah.
Like And I feel like there's certain men that know that there's certain women that they could play with. But I want the man that comes into my life to know, like, I'm not playing with her because, like, she's solid in who she is.
Right.
I just like you. I don't want to be like, respect me when you're with me and when you're away from me. Don't play because I'm not playing with you like that, But the type of man that I prefer is physically. I love a handsome man. For the most part, have dated black and Latinos.
Okay.
Even though it's so funny, last night I was in Houston at this restaurant. It was like a super club. I don't know where, the Kennedy, I think. And I was walking, and this like white gentleman approached me, and he gave me like the Tony Robbins vibe.
Okay.
He was like this tall, white, really handsome guy, and he was like talking to me. He was like looking at my outfit. He's like, "You're so beautiful," and like flirting with me. And I was like, "Oh my God, is this guy flirting?" I'm not used to white guys flirting with me.
Okay.
And then he was and I kind of was like stepped away from him a little bit. He's like, are you like not used to getting approached by like men like me? And I was like, I'm gonna be really honest. I don't really get approached by white men.
Wow. He
goes, really? And I go, I don't think white men can handle a Latina like me. And he was like, well, you haven't been meeting and I was like, are white men in Houston swaggy like that? The men in Houston are different.
They coming from, so
I like it. Like I loved
coming from Louisiana.
Oh.
So Louisiana.
What does that even mean?
Because all right, so I'm originally from New Orleans. So in New Orleans is a different place. And I've been around the world. New Orleans is a place where whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, everybody acts the same. They crazy as hell, and they all got swag.
Really?
All of them. And they all move here, though. So now they bringing that vibe to Houston, because Houston has, I believe, 46% of people from Louisiana.
Really?
Yes. So all that stuff that you see is most of the people from Louisiana. And they have that confidence. They have that swag.
Confidence. It's just like the men here are like not afraid to approach women.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
And, I will tell you, and I'm so sorry to the LA men that are watching this, but I feel like men in LA are sassy. They're a bit sassy. And I honestly love a man that's direct, unafraid to approach, because what's the worst that can happen? A woman tells you no.
Right.
Men don't take rejection well, but baby, rejection is part of life. you're gonna get so many no's in life. A woman telling you no is not gonna make or break you.
Correct.
You know, but yeah, the men here in Houston, I feel like their approach is different. And so, anyways, this gentleman was, I was like, I was kind of shocked because white men usually don't approach
So
me.
he got the number, basically.
No, he didn't get my number.
He didn't get the number?
He followed me on Instagram.
Oh, come
He
on.
followed me on Instagram, and he's like, I'm going to DM you. And I'm like, and he was originally from Houston, he was telling me. And I was just like, I said, if you really were about it, you would have asked me for my number. I go, but it doesn't matter anyways because I'm in California and you're in Houston, and I don't do long-distance relationships. And he was just like, and then I walked away.
You done shut him down like that?
I mean, I live in
The
California.
man, you hurt his confidence.
Did I?
Yeah, he thought he had an opportunity, and you said, "Well, I don't do long distance." Bam, you hit him in the heart, because he said, "Oh, I'm gonna get a Latina for the first time."
No, he told me he loves Latinas.
See what I'm saying?
Like there's men that love Latinas.
Yeah, because they spicy and they crazy.
Have you ever dated a Latina?
No, I never dated. So backstory about myself. Everybody know I talk about it on the show all the time. I used to live in Puerto Rico. I lived in Puerto Rico for 4 years.
Oh, did you love it?
I love Puerto Rico.
Did they love them some Black Adam in Puerto Rico?
But they act like black women. They just are Latin.
Okay.
And they're very spicy.
And how do black women act?
Crazy.
Crazy.
Not all
of them?
Not all of them.
I mean, they could say the same thing about. They could say the same thing about Latinas. A lot of people say Latinas are crazy.
When I say crazy, I'm sorry. I don't want to say crazy.
I think the proper word is passionate.
Passion, very passionate.
So black women are passionate.
Oh, absolutely. They're very passionate. Latinos are passionate, and I'm like every Latina woman that I knew that was potentially dating. Oh, they had some type of crazy thought process. It was very crazy. And they're very what's the word? Aggressive. They don't. If you're like communicating with them one-on-one, and you communicate with somebody else in their presence, that they see that.
What do you mean communicate with somebody else in their presence?
Like, say if me and you talking like this, and say if we like talking on that
like
level,
on another level.
Yeah, and another one pops up, and she's just as bad as you, and I'm not trying to flirt, like, how you doing? What you drinking? All right, cool, all right. You're gonna be looking at me like, you talking to me, all right? You talking to me? All right, you talking to that bitch?
There's nothing wrong with that look.
I'm like,
you know you love that shit. You know you love those looks.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh no, and you never hit the end of it. Now, at the end of the night, it's another result. I love it. But throughout the day, you got to hear it. You got to feel it. I'm like, yo, all right, chill out. I love it. I love the spice, but a lot of men can't deal with that because, they're not as strong as me.
I'll tell you, I love a strong man. I love a strong man that is not afraid to lead. And just like, there's nothing like a man that leads, takes control, and makes a woman just feel like, I could just chill.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like such a great feeling, and you don't really find that often. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, because I do believe it exists. I actually know it exists, but it's not. And I also believe that when it comes to dating and relationships, a lot of it is timing. It's two people that meet, coming together, that are both ready to be down with something that is serious.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about dating. Why are you not dating? I mean, why are you not like looking for, not even looking, but allowing a person to pursue you?
How do you know I'm not allowing that?
Are you?
Yeah, I stay open to greatness. I just know the type of man that I want to build a life with, and
come to Houston.
I probably would find him here.
You gonna get married in like 2 weeks?
I probably would. It's but I do stay open to that. I want a man that's like marriage mentality as well. A lot of men these days don't want to get married, or they've been married before and they're traumatized for some reason. They're like, yeah, I won't go down that path again. I feel like it's just really important. Like, if you get out of a relationship, heal from that, baby. Like, do what you got to do, work through it. But like, whenever you get into this whole new situation, it's a whole new situation. But people like to bring in trauma and baggage from their past relationships, and they automatically kind of like, what's that word? They want to compare.
Okay.
Like, this was my experience from my last relationship. They want to project. Like, my ex was like this, and they're just waiting for you to be like that. And then when you're not, they're just kind of like, whoa, like, are you for real? Like for example, me, when I'm in a relationship, I'm not a fighter.
Okay.
I like to talk it out. Like, baby, let's talk. Let's talk through this. Let's get through this. No one's raising their voice, because why? Like, I'm not your mama. I'm your girl.
I'm
Now, is there going to be some passion in the conversation? Yeah,
a lot of
because
it.
I'm Latina, but
A lot of spice.
I'm not going to like embarrass you in front of your friends and vice versa. We're going to talk about this behind closed doors. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be toxic. But I've also gone through a lot of therapy.
Good.
I've gone through a lot of therapy. I don't have any baggage from my past. Like, I'm ready to love on the right man. But see, I got to meet a man that doesn't come with hurt trauma either.
Right.
That's going to be like, dang, I need a queen like that, because I'm ready to share my life with somebody like that.
So you know what? I'm tell you what's funny. The funny dynamic. My son, he's always dated Latin women. He's never dated a sister.
You know what's crazy is I actually know black men that have never dated black women.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Like, where does that come from?
Because they're mad at their mother.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So they don't want to marry
But
nobody
you're
like their
mad
mother.
at your mother for what? For
Well,
disciplining you,
discipline.
for guiding you?
Discipline.
But I mean, that's a parent's role.
But you know, some men are, we don't want discipline. We want what we want when we want it. And we are spoiled. So that person who disciplined us is most of the time is our mother. I don't want nobody that's going to hold me accountable to the standard of being disciplined. So,
But don't they say that men somehow, some way
marry somebody just like their
marry or want somebody that's motherly?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you said, you want someone that's going to cook for you.
Absolutely.
Didn't your mom cook for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it? Do you
Well-
want someone that is a little bit motherly, that reminds you of your mom, low key, on some low key, not weird vibe, right? But or like, what is it that you want then?
All right,
See,
so,
that's confusing. You got to be clear. Like, do you want someone like your mom or not?
So I think it's all right. So it's a different dynamic. I think
Of course.
I think it's more of men want somebody to support them, right? Even in their mess. When I
Yeah.
say in their mess, they cheating or they're not at their best.
Cheating.
Look, stay with me now.
Okay.
Stay with me.
I'm following you.
All right. Even in their cheating, even in their mess, even in their chaos, because they need somebody to be patient with them. I'm not saying it's not an excuse. You guys gonna hold them to the standard that their mother is gonna hold them to, right? But they don't want that. They think in their mind, most men think that a person of another race is gonna allow them to do what they want to do. Because men, we kind of like babies.
Yeah.
We want what we want, and we're gonna push the edge. We're gonna touch the stove, even if you tell us not to, right? So we know that our mother is gonna tell us, "Boy, get your ass out that goddamn kitchen. You're gonna cuss your ass out, and whatever." So in our minds, since we never experienced a Latin woman, a white woman, a woman of Asian, whatever, Asian descent, we think, okay, they're not gonna do that, so we could get away with more.
Oh, so that's the logic behind it.
That's in their mind until they
Yeah.
really get a Latina, and they like, oh my goodness, this woman is worse than the other one.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like men, like women, should stay open. I feel like, for example, me, now that I'm mature in who I am, I feel like it's more about a connection.
Okay.
It's not necessarily about the color of your skin at this point. It's
Yeah.
just like, I mean, do you have a preference? Everybody has a preference. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like every man wants a beautiful woman. Every woman wants a fine man.
Yes.
But sometimes that's not going to give you the result that you necessarily are looking for.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
my sister always tells me, like, go for the nerd. Go for, like, the man that is probably maybe not your type. That obviously you find him handsome in your own way.
Yeah.
But, like, that person in the long run will make you happy because they'll be all about you. And I'm like, dang. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is interesting. Like, I love me a fine man. Someone that I like, men, right? You look at someone and you're like, ugh, I just want to like jump their bones, right? But it hasn't necessarily gotten me the results that like I desire, which is to be in a partnership and be married to somebody.
So I'm gonna give you the antidote. You ready for it? And everybody else listening, this is the antidote. Y'all ready?
Is this a gem that you're about to drop?
I'm about to get you
Woo!
with the look.
Gems.
Oprah called this a tweetable. This is a tweetable moment. I'm about to hit you
Tweetable
with it.
moment.
This is a tweetable moment. Always date somebody that they like you more than you like them.
I like that.
Just think about it.
Yeah, my great grandmother would always tell my mom and her sisters that.
Always get with somebody that likes you more than you like them. Not saying that you don't like them, but they have more interest. They will put more energy, more pursuit in you than you're gonna put in them
Because why?
because they want you. They gonna worship the ground you walk on. With you, you're gonna be like, well.
So let me ask you a question. So does that work for both men and
Yes.
women?
Yes.
Like, so for men,
Yes.
you would say men
Yes.
date a woman that
Yes.
likes you more than you like her?
Yes. Date a woman that likes me more than I like her.
And so for women, date a man that likes you more than you like him.
Yes.
So it goes both ways.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Interesting.
So if you put too much energy in a man, like for instance, if a woman put too much energy in me, I'm like,
Does it turn you off?
not to a degree. I could do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it, whenever I want to do it, and she's going to accept it.
And it's not even a challenge. It's like, she's going to be there. Yeah.
We are by design, men, not even race. Men, we are designed to hunt. Mm-hmm. Right? We are created to hunt.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're taking the hunt away from us, you giving it to us.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a gem, right?
That's a gem. No, I know, and I've heard that before. I've totally heard that before, and I do agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
I be with somebody that loves you more than you love them.
Yes, right.
I heard it from a woman that said, be with somebody more than be with somebody that likes you more than you like him, because the day you want to run, he won't let you.
That's right.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I guess in a relationship, there always has to be that person that's like that 49-51.
Yes.
Like one person
Somebody
will be
has to give
49
more.
and like it's like that. And sometimes you got to give more.
So when it comes to relationships, 'cause I was married for 15 years.
Oh, you were?
I was married.
How was that?
So the marriage was awesome. But as you know,
Did you love being a married man?
I love being married.
You know what? I feel these days that a man has to want to be a husband.
Yes.
Like, and be married in order for that to happen.
Because I seen it. It was an example. My dad. My dad and my mom was married for 53 years.
Wow, what a blessing.
So it's like I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I had an instrument. I saw the standard, the example of it. But I wanted to do that. I wanted to have a family, take care of a family. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That was my passion, my drive. But I'm like, I gain all this access. I gain all this money. I gain all this, this purpose and design. It's like, okay, who am I gonna share it with? So that's why I wanted to have a family. Anyway, to your point, yes, I think marriage for me is something. It's more of a trophy for me.
A trophy? Like, in what way?
Because you win a trophy after you won the race. The trophy is the kids, the family, everybody successful, everybody good. And I could just sit back and watch everybody play, grandkids. And this is what I did.
This is what I've created. This
Just
is
like-
my legacy.
Just like, what is it in the Latin culture? Not the abuelo, the grandfather. What is it?
Abuelo.
Abuelo, right? He sits back and all the kids come around with the grandkids. And he's old, but he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
And all the grandkids come play with them, put the silly hats on them and stuff like that. But that's what men do that want to be married. Men that don't want to be married, I don't know.
Stay away from them, ladies. Stay far, far away from them, because all they're going to do is hurt you.
The word you used early, sassy. Those sassy guys, I don't know.
What is up with sassy men, man? I love me a masculine man that enjoys being a man, that enjoys leading his family, that enjoys saying, baby, I got us. Just get ready, look sexy, smell good. I'm going to whisk you away tonight. And he just like surprises me, because this is the thing. I feel like some men get it, some men don't. Like, when you treat a woman like that, she's organically and naturally gonna just open up,
Yeah.
respect you, spoil you
Yeah.
in every way you want. You know what I mean? Like, yes, Poppy, whatever you want, because you treat me so good.
Say Poppy like that, it's over.
Yeah, like, you treat me so well and you value the woman that I am. Like, mi amor, lo que usted quiera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's women, as much as men say, like, oh, women are complicated. I'm like, no, women are actually simple. Like men are. Just treat us right. Take the lead. Be masculine.
Okay.
Like, that masculinity, I feel like, is missing in our society, and a lot of men, like, and just being. But then again, it's like, did they have an example?
Yeah.
Did they see it? Was there a father in the home? Like, so many things can contribute to that. But listen, if your dad wasn't in the home, find a mentor, of a man that is successful. And even if you don't know him, learn, take notes. I always tell people, successful people leave clues. If you see a family man that is, let's just say, on Instagram, and you love the way him and his family move, let that be your virtual mentor, even if you don't know him. But there's people that you can latch onto virtually or even in person if you're blessed to have a mentor, to be like, okay, my dad wasn't in the picture, but I want to be an amazing man and father and husband. I feel like that exists, but I personally love a masculine man that could just be like, baby, sit down and chill. Like, I got us.
So in the Latin community, let me ask you this, because I know it's a little different in the black community. Now, this is for educational purposes.
Okay.
All right. So in the Latin community, I thought that most women already are naturally submissive. Naturally.
I mean, I feel like
And I use that word on purpose.
I don't feel like all women are naturally submissive. I feel like
You don't think so? In the Latin community?
I feel like maybe women from Latin countries that are not influenced and Americanized. Like, if you go to Colombia, if you go to Central America, if you go to Mexico, I feel like you'll definitely find those women that are more submissive and more, they're unexposed to like the American ways, right? And I know everybody loves America, but it's kind of crazy over here. Like it's the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of women these days that have their own businesses that are making, 6-7 figures, and it's they have their own way because they could pay for their own lifestyle, right? And so I feel like that could potentially intimidate a man, and it could it could intimidate a man. And some men don't know how to approach a woman, but I feel like even if you're a successful woman, you want a man to help you and assist you in your life in the most simplest ways. Not everything, and to the men watching this, like, not everything to some women is about money.
Okay.
I feel like we live in a society, and especially social media, where women, and there are those women that their love language is money. Their love language is gifts. There's a book called The 5 Languages of Love by Gary Chapman, and he talks about the 5 love languages, and one of the love languages is gifts.
Yeah.
So some women feel loved when you give them gifts, money. It's maybe their dad that wasn't in their life would come around and give them $20. And so when they receive gifts or money from people, they really feel loved like that, right? So it becomes a part of who they are. So it's like, are they necessarily gold diggers, or is that just the way they feel loved because of something that happened in their life, right? But not all women are like that. Some women just like acts of service. Baby, I picked us up your favorite meal because I know you had a long day today. Or baby, I took out the trash today because I know you don't like to do that. Or baby, I picked up the dog poop, or I took the dogs for a walk, so that way when you get home, you don't have to do that. Like, things like that for a woman like me that is busy, that is a mom, is like, what? Like, that makes my life so much easier. Did that cost you any money? No, but it's an action. And there's a lot of women that desire that. It's not necessarily thousands and millions of dollars. But I think the narrative we hear a lot on social media is women want their car notes paid.
Yes, they do.
And their cell phones paid. And
Yes.
I'm like, listen, you're looking at a woman that never, ever have I ever in my life asked for a man to pay my mortgage or my cell phone bill.
Really?
I wouldn't even know how to begin to ask a man how to do that.
So I want to ask you,
How do you even ask a man, can you pay my cell phone bill? Like, to me, that would be embarrassing.
But I thought
Like,
this is a topic that I'm ignorant on. So I'm gonna just put that out there, right? I thought, because every time I see a pretty, a classy, a Latin woman that's in the mix that everybody wants, or everybody knows, or everybody sees, I see her draped. She has the Gucci, the Louis, the Fendi, the Yves Saint Laurent. She has the diamonds. She has the jewelry. She has everything. So I'm like, how can a basic man that works landscaping, right? Just say landscaping. How can a basic man that works a basic job get a woman like that? That's going to be intimidating, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if a woman like that is a basic woman, right? And also, you could be a woman that likes all of that, and it could look like that on the outside, and that woman could also be like so empty on the inside. That all
Okay.
that just. I actually looked into a study that was done on people that only like to wear name brand stuff,
Wow.
and like the science behind it, because
Okay.
we do live in an era and time where people, all of us, you, me, we all love things that are name brand because we've been sold that's like, so it all comes down to validation. People rock things that are name brands because it gives us some sort of validation, and it's just like whether we subconsciously know it or not, that's why people rock name brand things. So I feel like a woman that's like dripped in that from head to toe, it's like, as a man, I would look at that as like, okay, but like, what is that about?
Alert,
Because some of the
alert,
most wealthiest
alert.
people that I've met that are like silently wealthy, because they're that wealthy, they just don't even want to talk about it. They're very simple people. There's sometimes they're driving hybrids, Teslas. I mean, their house is huge and gated and all that, but they're not really out there like being flashy. So I don't know, fellas. Don't let that Gucci, whatever you see, intimidate you, because you could be the man with the biggest heart that could change her life,
That's true.
because you could be like a man that loves to serve his woman. And there's nothing wrong with serving your woman. I feel like when a man is in love, he wants to serve his queen, right?
Absolutely.
I want to make your life easier.
Absolutely. No, I'm with it. I'm with it. I just always thought, I'm like, how can a man, even in our community, how can a man get a woman like that if she's always on the scene, right? But he likes her. He wants to see her. He wants to meet her. He wants to even take her out.
Be persistent. If
Nah,
you
that
know
don't
what you
work.
want.
You know that don't work. Because
I
she's
mean,
like, what do you do again? You're not my type. And you know that happens a lot in all communities.
I'm a big believer that you attract at your vibration.
Okay.
Yeah, like you attract at your vibration. I mean, like I'll go back to reference that white boy that I met last night in Houston. He literally wouldn't stop staring at me. I was like, okay, what this man is, he wasn't drunk. I could tell. He was like,
He
it's
wanted
so easy to talk to you. He's like, you would be amazed how hard it is to have a fluid, flowing conversation with women nowadays.
Yeah.
And I said, and I hear that from a lot of men. A lot of men that it's like they tell me it's hard to converse with women because there's just like nothing up here.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, wow. Well, I read a lot. I read a lot. I read a lot of books. Every month I'm finishing one book, or I'm reading 2-3 books at the same time about different things. I love reading articles. Like reading, that should be one of the main questions that men ask women. Do you read? Not what do you do? Do you read, mama? Yes. What kind of books do you read? And why? Why?
You
Like,
know,
or when? What was the last book that you read? Because I'll tell you one thing. If I ask a man and he tells me a book, I asked a man that one time, and he was like, "What about you? How about you answer that question first?" I was like, I forgot what book I was reading at that moment, but one of the books that I mentioned was The Four Agreements.
Okay.
And I've read that book
Yeah.
like 7 times. It's a small, thin book. It's an ancient Toltec wisdom book, and it's about the 4 agreements. And I know what the 4 agreements are. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I've read that book." In my head, I was like, what a liar. I could just feel he was lying to me. I was like, what are the 4 agreements then? And he was like, "Oh, I can't remember at the moment." I was like, if you've read that book,
You would know the 4
you
agreements.
would know at least one. And I knew he was lying, and he couldn't get into it. And in my head, I was like, this guy is a liar. Like, don't lie to me. Because if you're going to lie to me about your books you read, what else are you going to lie to me about?
A lot.
Just keep it real.
Keep it real. That's real. No, that's real. Keep it real. And you know what? Because I had some ladies on the show. Shout out to NYA, Not Your Average podcast. They had the ladies on, and they said they had 3 questions that they asked all men.
Ooh, drop it.
3 questions.
3 questions.
At the beginning. That's my first date.
Okay.
They said before even going into the romance and all that stuff, they asked 3 questions. If they can't answer these 3 questions
You don't even stand a chance.
at all. First question was the credit.
How do they ask him? Just straight up? What's your credit score?
Yeah, straight up. I was like, okay, cool. Second,
You know what? That's fair. Because if somebody tells you my credit score is a 580,
it's a little tough.
right there, instantly, you're like, this man is irresponsible.
And you're older, and you're like, I can't really do nothing right now.
I mean, listen, you want to be able to go to the car dealership and get the lowest interest rate possible. You know what I mean? Like, right. But you know what? That is a very fair, and I've asked men that question before on dates, and some men answer easily, bust out the little Experian, and it shows you like all your 3 credit scores on Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, or some men are like, why is that important to you? And I'm like, because it just shows you the type of responsibility, the type of responsible person you are. Some men are like, sure. Other men are like, why do you want to know? And they right away start thinking that you have other type of interest in them. Like, oh, this girl is just going to be after my money. No, baby. Like, because if I marry you, I'm going to take on your debt.
Absolutely.
I remember one time I was dating a lawyer, and I was like, do you still have school debt from your law school? Because it's just law school is expensive, it's right. Long, right? And he goes, oh my God, he goes, that's a really good question. He's like, I do. I was like, how much? And he was like telling me, I think it was like 280. I don't know, it was a lot. And I said, wow. And he goes, why did you ask that? I go, just because, like, if you and I ever get married, I have to understand that I'm going to accumulate whatever, you know what I mean? Like, we become one. And he was like, no one's ever asked me that question. And I was like, well, there you go.
That's real.
Ask those questions. Okay, so what is your credit score?
Credit score is first one. Second one, do you have global entry?
I love that. Because, you know what? I'm working on my global entry. I only have TSA pre-check.
So because I didn't know this. If you have anything in your background.
Exactly. They won't give it to you.
That's right.
Okay. Oh my God, these girls are genius. Not your average podcast. I'm going to follow them.
Yeah. So you have global entry. Because, like you said, if you have anything in your background,
yes, you can't have
support, you done had a case, whatever, you can't get global entry. So if y'all go on a trip and she goes straight through, and you like, well, I can't get global entry. Like, really, I gotta wait 2 hours in this line, right?
Yep.
And the last one was, what is your chart? My chart.
What is your chart? What is that?
The health, my chart.
Oh, is that an app?
So yeah, so when you go to the hospital, what happens is if you get your regular checkups, they give you a my chart. Basically, what's your blood sugar, what's your cholesterol level, HIV test, it gives you everything. What's your my chart? So if a man doesn't even know what that is, he's like, he don't even go.
I didn't know what that is.
Yeah, you don't even go to the doctor. So how would I know what type of symptoms I'm dealing with? You don't even know.
Oh my God!
So they could be having diabetes, not even knowing. They could have high cholesterol, not even knowing. They could have HIV, not even knowing. So I say, wow.
Those are great questions.
On a first date.
On a first date. The answer to those determine if you even get a second date.
Yes.
Wow. That's how smart you got to be with dating these days.
Yeah.
And none of those questions have anything to do with money.
Zero.
It's because not every woman is interested in that. Honestly, I'm interested in your character. I'm interested in how you treat other people. Like, so many women that I know go deeper than just like money. Yeah. You know, it's we could get that together, but I feel like men these days are so traumatized with, like, is she a gold digger? She's gonna use it, and I'm just like, who traumatized you? Or you just been watching Instagram too much?
Right.
Because it seems like that narrative is real popular and it gets a lot of views on Instagram. So, what are we doing?
This comes to the point of this segment, right? Shout out to Ready Set Date. This is a new dating game that some of my friends they created, and it's called Ready Set Date.
Should I buy this game so I can ask, like, when I'm out on dates?
Yes. And this so what happens is I'm gonna give you a quick gist of it. So basically they have, when you're on a date, they ask you, when you're on a dinner date, appetizer, what you want for your appetizer, what do you want for your entree, your dessert, and then if you have a nightcap, what kind of questions you gonna ask for your nightcap. So they created questions for each segment in their date.
Oh, like when the appetizers come, we ask these
questions.
Oh, I love that.
These are entree questions.
You got some smart friends.
Yeah, so.
Are they based out of Houston?
In New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
But you could get it Ready Set Date.
Yeah, please. Is that on Amazon or what? Send it to me. Oh my God, I would love it.
Send you a set. So I have some questions that they wanted me to ask. So some of them are provocative and some of them aren't. All right. So I'm gonna ask you these questions, and you
Or am I going to read them, or are you going to read
I'm
them?
gonna read them, and you
Okay.
just answer them however you want to read them, right? I mean, reply to them. Let's see. All right.
Lord
yeah.
have mercy.
Okay. That's easy questions. It's not hard. And these are nightcap discussions. So,
Okay.
So we didn't. I had a great date. We done had a great date. We're in the bed right now. We having pillow talk.
Oh, we're having pillow talk. Okay.
Right before, we having wine. That's what it is. All right. First question: do you believe in foreplay, and what gets you heated?
Heated, like mad?
No,
Or
heated like in turned on.
Yes, I believe in foreplay. I believe that that's how it begins. Like, I believe that it starts with amazing kissing. I believe that if the kissing is good, it's all gonna be good. Like, have you ever kissed someone and you're just off? Like, the rhythm is off. But then you kiss someone and you're just like, wow, like dripping wet.
Wow.
So yeah, I definitely believe in foreplay. And what gets me heated, I think, like a man that like kisses my neck area and like very slowly, it
Dripping wet.
it gets me
Quote,
me
unquote.
going for sure.
Quote,
A man that's just like delicate with me and just like just makes me want to organically be in my feminine energy is so beautiful to me.
Beautiful. I got it. I like it. Fellas, the neck is the key.
The neck.
Second question.
And the kissing.
And the kissing. What is the most exhilarating place you had sex?
Ooh, wait. Okay, so I remember I had a boyfriend and we were in a city out in California. It was Huntington Beach. The city was Huntington Beach. And I remember, man, like when me and this person had amazing sexual chemistry. And this is wild, but I'm going to say it anyways. We were driving by a school and it was kind of nighttime already. Like, and we both noticed, well, like we had good sexual chemistry and he was my boyfriend. So I could tell him whatever I wanted to tell him. And I noticed and he noticed after me that there was like a side gate open on the playground of that school. And I was like, hey, you see that gate? He already kind of knew, like he knew me, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And we had sex on a slide.
Wow. On the kid slide.
On a kid slide. And all I could think of when we were done was, I hope there was no cameras. And we booked it. And it was amazing.
That was an awesome time. That's great. That means it was spontaneous.
It was spontaneous. It was risky. It was like, what if we get caught? I think that's the thrill of like being spontaneous like that. So, yeah, I think it was pretty risque.
So that was kind of
provocative.
That was kind of like similar to this question right here. So, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit because it was the wildest place you had sex.
Yeah, I would say that.
But I'm gonna change it up.
Okay.
All right. Where was the wildest place? Not even wildest. Where you could have got caught if you had sex.
Multiple restaurants in
the
bathroom.
restaurant.
No, not like in the bathroom. Where like in a stall.
Really?
Yeah.
In the restaurant.
Like wanting to pull in your man into the women's bathroom real quick, even.
Really?
Like, and not like a single bathroom. Like the ones that have stalls.
Yeah, the individual.
Yeah.
Really?
I could have got caught, but I was just like, nah,
Fuck
should we not? Should we do it? Should we not? And then it was just like, no. We don't want to scare people away.
But y'all did it.
No.
Oh, y'all did.
No, because we didn't want to get kicked, even though we were on our way out. But still, it was just like, it would have been like the handicap restroom. What if like a mom comes in and has to change her kid and we're in there getting it on? So you said a place that I could have got caught.
Yeah.
So I said multiple restaurants in the big stall.
I got you.
But I was like, nah, let's go.
Got you. I got you. So now this last question is not as provocative, but it's a great question. It's about advice to your 20-year-old self. What would you tell your 20-year-old self?
Oh my God. What would I, I've had a great life. I've loved my 20s. I love my 30s, and now I'm in my 40s. But if I could give my 20-year-old advice, it would be, do not be afraid. Because for a long time, so I got into radio at a really young age, and I was very focused when it came to my career, and when it came to like creating a name for myself and really pursuing my career. So for a long time, I thought that I couldn't have it all. And what I mean by having it all I mean like I couldn't have a family, and I couldn't be married, and I couldn't have a career. And a lot of my bosses on the radio, actually all my bosses on the radio, were men. So I had a lot of male mentors in radio. Mm-hmm. And so, men are very different than women. They don't encourage like, hey, if you want to get married, do it. You could balance it all. I always had a lot of male bosses that like would tell me like, if you have a kid, it's going to slow you down. If you have a kid, it's going to slow you down. Like, you ain't going to be the it girl anymore.
Yeah.
They wouldn't say it as direct, but that's what they were trying to tell me. So I grew up in this industry in radio, always feeling like if I had a kid, it would slow me down. So what I would tell my 20-year-old self is, if you want to have kids and if you want to get married, it's not going to slow you down, but you got to choose the right person.
Yeah.
And so, because now that I go back, I feel like I would have got married, and then I would have started having kids at a younger age. And then I would have had like a baseball team, because I love being a mom. I love being a mom, and I'm a good mom.
Not the baseball team.
Maybe not the baseball team. I would have had 4 though, for sure.
4, wow.
I would have had 4. I have 1, and I want 1 more.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like don't let anybody try to tell you that anything's going to slow you down, because if anything, my daughter gives me even more motivation. But I was already a motivated person before having my daughter. But I do feel like since I did choose to have a daughter at later age in life, I was ready. I was more ready to receive her. I was ready financially. I had my house. Like, I have stability to give her.
I got you.
And I think that sometimes when you have kids at a younger age, you don't have that stability.
Yeah.
You're young, and you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I wouldn't allow my younger self to think that having a family, kids, and a husband would be like a wrench in my path.
Yeah. It wouldn't.
But I also know that my path is my path, and it's been what it needs to be.
Right.
You know?
That's your fate. It's going to happen no matter what. No matter what you do, you can't hide from it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's your fate.
Yeah.
So we got to get out of here. So I got to pay some bills.
This has been a great, easy flowing conversation, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. I love it. So I got to come to LA so we can do a part 2 of this.
Let's do it
for the podcast.
Oh my God, let's do it.
And so we can talk about black men in Houston.
My sister's married to a black man.
Really?
Yeah, they've been married for 15 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
We love black and brown people in my family.
About.
Listen, we love it all.
That's what I'm talking about. I love
yes.
it. I love it. So look, before we get out of here, I have to get your Instagram. Let the people know your Instagram.
Oh yeah, y'all. My Instagram is Roqcsworld. It's at so my Roxy is spelled very uniquely. It's a combination between my first and last name. So my name is Raquel, and my last name starts with a C.
Okay.
So it's RAQ, like the first 3 letters of my first name. Rock, like Raquel. RAQ, capital C. So Roqcs's World. So a lot of times when people look for me on Instagram, they type in ROXY, like Roxy, but it's actually Roqcsy, RAQ, capital C, and there's nobody on Instagram with that name, and my name is trademarked. Nobody on Instagram spells their name like me. So like RAQ, capital C, when you type that in on Instagram, I'm the first name that comes out. It's Roqcs's World. I'm a verified account. You'll see the Salvadorian flag next to my name, and you'll see on there, I'm the dairy-free queen. I've been dairy-free for 7 years.
Wow.
I don't eat dairy.
Okay.
Because dairy,
gluten, right? Isn't that gluten or something?
No. Dairy is dairy. Like dairy comes from like cheese and milk. And it creates a lot of inflammation in the body.
Yes.
A lot. And it's so crazy because it's the American dairy. Because when I travel to Colombia, when I travel to Japan, when I travel to Europe, because I travel a lot,
it's different.
I could eat dairy and my body processes it perfect. But it's the American dairy, because there's so many hormones and additives added to our food supply that it just completely messes up my stomach.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't do it.
I got you.
7 years. 7 years strong, and I've helped a lot of people become dairy free.
Well, that's dope.
A lot of people realize like when they become dairy free, their puffiness goes down and they lose weight organically. So like I don't eat anything with cheese. I don't eat anything with milk in it. But like I eat a lot of stuff. So people are like, "Oh my God, it's so sad. You lead a boring life when it comes to food." I'm like, "Oh,
So
follow me on
tacos-
Instagram. I eat good.
Taco, you can't use.
I
can't
eat
eat
a
it
lot
with
of
cheese.
I eat a lot of whole foods.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
like I eat
Whole
a lot
grains,
of
yeah.
like real food, like chicken and asparagus and real food.
Yeah, fancy food. The rich
Simple food. It's not even. It's like the simple food.
Shout out to the rich people and the rich foods.
No,
Whole foods.
Whole foods are not rich foods. It's simple food. It's like chicken, sweet potato, arugula, a steak.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, simple food.
Simple, expensive.
Simple fuel. I mean, it could be a little bit expensive if it's organic and grass fed.
Absolutely.
Which is what I'm gonna buy.
Right.
But still, like, eat simple foods and your life, you'll feel amazing. The gut and brain connection are real.
Absolutely. Raquel, I appreciate you coming up here. I
Nice.
thank you.
Nice. I'm so glad I went up to you and your buddy yesterday.
Yeah. And my buddy, you know, he that's off camera, but he wanted you bad. I was like, chill out, dog. Chill out.
My
I
God.
said the sister's working, she's doing a great job.
Thank you.
I said,
And then he warned me about you. He's like, Black Adam is all bad news. And I was like, listen, I'm just here to make connections and contacts in Houston.
that's all.
And see, we did that. We talked, and now I'm on your podcast, and we had a great conversation.
And we gonna be friends forever.
There it is, Black Adam
There it is.
and
Friends
Roxy forever.
forever. That'd be the name of the show, right? Black Ab and Roxy. Right?
Yes.
Right, that's crazy, right? If it happens, you never know. Happy. Anyway, guys, look, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta go pay some bills. Guys, I appreciate you tuning into the show, man. Look, if you have any comments or anything that you want to give to Roxy, make sure you hit her up on her social media. That's ROQ.
No, RAQ.
RAQ capital C World, right?
Roxy's World. RAQ capital CS World. Roxy's
yeah.
World.
Roxy's
Because it's my world, baby.
Ooh.
And my world is fun and exciting.
I gotta get out of here because she's gonna take over the studio, and next thing you know, I'm gonna be off the podcast, my own podcast.
And make sure you listen to me and my sister's podcast. It's called Straight Up Sisters, the podcast. And it is amazing
What y'all
banter.
be talking about?
We talk about everything, and we're on season 23.
Wow.
And each season has 12 episodes.
Damn, I've been doing.
So
it a
we've
while.
been podcasting for 5 years. We started our podcast during the pandemic.
Wow.
And it was just like a little hobby. We started off in my house because I had an extra room. And then from there, it took us to a studio. And then now we're in a bigger studio. And yeah, it's been a great journey and ride. And my sister's my older sister. And she had never done anything like behind a mic. And at the beginning, she was like, couldn't find her voice. She hated the sound of her voice. And now
She got it.
she got it. And she loves it. And people love her. And yeah, it's a good vibe. We're very opposite.
Shout
But
out
we
to
were
sis.
raised by the same parents.
Shout out to sis.
Yeah.
What's up, sis?
You know, the baby sister and the older sister always have different experiences with parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because that's their first and their last.
It's a different role.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was the baby, I got away with everything and had fun, and she was the older sister. She was my mom's right hand. I think that happens in every culture.
Yeah.
It's just a different
I'm
experience.
the middle child, so
My brother's the middle child.
I had nothing.
You guys are just like neutral.
Yeah, we
You're like whatever.
Yeah, right.
Just go with the flow.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, guys, if you guys have any questions, specifically for Raquel, make sure Raquel. I'm just calling you.
Yeah,
Raquel.
that's my name, Raquel.
So, but I want to call you by your.
Raquel, Roxy.
I don't Roxy.
It's okay.
I don't want to say Raquel. Roxy. If you guys have any questions for Roxy, make sure you hit her up, guys. Hit her in the DMs. Do you answer your DMs?
I do.
Now, if he's fine, you gonna.
I mean, listen, I'm looking for quality people to be in my DMs.
All right.
I'm not looking for no players. And let me tell you, you cannot bullshit me. Like I'll
Ooh,
sense
okay.
it quickly.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Yeah, I don't like to be played with. I mean, look, let's make money or make love. What are we doing?
I like that. I like that. That could be my theme of the show.
I want to be married. Let's make money or make love. I'm looking for a great man. I want to be a wife. I'm ready to be a wife.
Really?
Yeah.
If you come to Houston, you gonna get. I could get with 5 guys right now. You can have the pick of the litter.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
Do they want to be married though?
And you're a Latin woman too. Oh, definitely. You got that fire and spicy, and then you talk about dripping wet.
God. I'm never gonna not hear it. Let me tell you something. A woman that is healthy and is hydrated should be dripping wet. Like when you're a hydrated, healthy woman, that should be natural. A woman that doesn't get dripping wet, I mean, maybe she's not turned on by you, or she lacks hydration.
Really?
And like, you know what? No, never mind. I was about to say something else, but that no. I was gonna say, I'm gonna just say it. I remember Drake said, I don't know if it's part of a lyric or something, but he said the pussy should taste like water, and I agree with that. Like, the vagina has, you know, a scent, but it should never be like bad and horrible. Like, a woman should taste good, I believe.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
So eat a lot of fruits, ladies, a lot of vegetables, and drink a lot of water, and you will be dripping wet.
Hey guys, we're gonna end it on that, on the dripping wet. Guys, I appreciate you for tuning in. You already know where to find me. We everywhere, culturally distinct. This is Black Adam. I love you guys every week, and you can't do nothing about it. Again, shout out to my sponsors, 605 Adult Beverages and Call Audio. Much love. Roxy, thank you.
All right. Nice chatting with you.
Absolutely. We're gonna be in LA probably next week. So
next week?
Next week. We'll do it next week. So guys, I thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate it again. I love you guys. Peace.